we're just hanging out. This is a brand new pipe. Just bought it today. There's a really great pipe shop. Well, it's a cigar lounge, but he's got pipes as well. And I love the place. So I wanted to give him my support. Get my first churchwarden. And recently things have been going well, so I figured celebrate. It's also spring, finally, and I'm looking to smoke Virginias. It is a Savinelli. Maybe I can get it to, yeah. And it's a brown, a rusticated churchwarden, obviously. And my mouth is not used to it. You can kind of see me fumbling around trying to find it with my lips. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but yeah. Smoking Capstan Blue today. Ready rubbed. And this is actually my first time smoking this tobacco as well. So I've got a new tobacco, new pipe. I'm feeling like a new man. This is one that was recommended by Hobbiton Piper, who is one of my favorite pipers on YouTube. And as much as I really enjoy smoking my pipe, I'm still quite a tyro, and I'm still learning what I like and exploring. I've smoked mostly English blends, so I'm trying to experiment with Virginias, and the churchwarden, from what I hear, is good for Virginias because they burn hot and the smoke can cool. That is, in theory, why I bought this pipe, but truth be told, I just want to be like Gandalf. And I do feel like him immediately. I'm definitely getting like a sweet grassiness. And then in the tin it smelled a lot like prunes. I think prunes are dried plums, right? If that's what they are, then that's what it smelled like. That's better. But yeah, right now it's just kind of like a sweet, grassy note. Almost like a wet grass. I've had, what is it? That one vapor, it's Navy Deluxe. That Virginia Perique blend is one that I've had. And that grassy note is there, but I feel like with the Virginia Perique blend, it's more of a dry grass, and this is more like a wet, sweet grass. At least that's what it is so far. I think it's a little bit moist because it's a new tin. And relight it a lot here. So far, so good. I mean, we just started getting to know each other here, so see how it changes. I really like the texture. It feels how it looks, like some ancient alligator from prehistoric times. It was a very warm day. First day that's felt truly like spring. Now it's cloudy. And I like that. Secretly hoping that it will rain. third pipe. Well, my third good pipe. I've got lots of corn cobs. Not to say that corn cobs aren't good. I love corn cobs. They're just not, briar. But I got this and another Savinelli, a little stout guy that I also bought within this past year, and then my Peterson, which I've had for, man, a long time. Let me think. I want to say 13 years or so. When I bought the Peterson, it was expensive. I feel like I was really going for gold. I was just a kid. I was like 21, 22, and I wanted to give it a go, get into pipe smoking. I wanted to get a legit pipe, and I went to this place called the Briar Patch in the Sacramento, California. And this was actually one of the cheaper pipes that they had available, but I don't know what was going on. I remember, and I don't think these are false memories, I remember there being pipes that ranged anywhere from like $200 on the cheap end to over $1,000. Knowing what I know about pipes now and their pricing, and I don't know a lot, but unless it's like, I don't know, handmade or craft made or something like that, I feel like they're usually in the $60 to $200 range, maybe $60 to $300 range. But again, I am a tyro, so if you guys know why I was seeing pipes for such high prices, let me know what's going on. Educate me. There's something really satisfying about the way the smoke rolls off this thing. Doesn't do it justice. It's fun. I'm having a good time. I feel like a child. Gleeful. Playing with a new toy. And this tobacco does taste very good. Starting to get to know it. Definitely does burn hot. You can feel that at the top of the bowl. this all Virginia? Ripe Virginia tobaccos have been selected for this blend. Sounds like that's the case. I had some pure red Virginia one time. It was just bulk, like blending tobacco. And I remember that was really sweet. It tasted red. I almost want to say like barbecue sauce, but honestly it wasn't smoky. It was just kind of a sweet and somewhat savory flavor. It's really enjoyable. But this tastes very different from that. I am going to need to get some proper long pipe cleaners for this thing. I forgot to grab those. So I'm going to immediately mistreat my poor pipe and not clean it out properly. At least not right after I finish it. I guess once it cools I can take off the stem and hit it from either side. Yeah, that'll work fine, I'm sure. But yeah, I'll have to get some long ones. Don't imagine you take church wardens on the road with you. I've got my little... Oh no, I didn't even bring it out. I've got a little leather case that fits, you know, normal size pipes. But this thing's not gonna fit. It'll be a strictly at-home pipe. I like that. Starting to get a little bit of that prune that I was talking about in the tin note. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's subtle, but there's something really nice about it. The sun is slowly setting. I'll give it one notch. But after that, if it gets dark, then we will be in the dark together. Still gonna try the early morning pipe out here. And I don't mean early morning pipe tobacco, although that's a wonderful tobacco. Well, actually, yeah, why not? Do it again. More early morning pipe early in the morning. But I mean, sitting out here early in the morning to see how quiet it might be. I have a hunch. I've already driven around this area real early in the morning, and it's pretty empty. Plan is to smoke strictly Virginias out of this pipe. That'll be the first designation that I have for a pipe. The Peterson I've had for so long that I've smoked just about everything other than aromatics out of it. Not really an aromatic fan. I've tried to find stuff that I enjoy, but it's just, it always seems to be a little bit too much for me. There's one black bear at the shop I was talking about. It's mild. It's alright. But not really my cup of tea. I mean, I'm sure it's also hot because I don't have any resin buildup yet. This is brand spanking new. I also found my ashtray. Got this at a thrift store years and years and years and years ago. It says, "I am your friend, except no substitute." And I just thought that was freaking hilarious, so I bought it. I mean, I use it as an ashtray. I don't know if it's supposed to be a dog bowl or what, but I just love what it says. I got this blue ribbon Virginia as well that came free with the pipe. Ooh. See, that has more of that kind of barbecue-y sweetness as. Talking about the reds. Maybe there's more reds in there or something. I don't even know what reds are. Could try that soon. I really wanted to go with the capstan blue today because it's the first time with this pipe. I wanted to christen it with something new that I'd never had before, but also something that was recommended. And like I was saying, the Hobbiton Piper recommended it. And I have to say, I'm not disappointed. How can you not like somebody called Hobbiton Piper? I already admitted I'm trying to be like Gandalf. You know? In my little corner of downtown here. Feels like the Shire. And then I, you know, watch the guy's videos. He has notes that I can understand and relate to. Got a lot of knowledge, a lot of things to share. a bit wet. I'm gonna have to learn how to smoke this thing. Not be such a drooly puppy. Tomorrow is Easter, and I don't have any Eastery plans. I never do, but I'm gonna have to have some next year, I think, because my daughter will be old enough to have some sort of joy out of a hunt. Right now she's 6 months old. But I was thinking, and don't tell this to my wife, but I was thinking maybe I let her hold an egg, an actual egg. And she's definitely gonna drop it. But that's kind of fun. Gets to break her first egg. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Uh-oh. I've gone and lost my... Oh, there it is. I think it needs a little love again. I have to work tomorrow. A little bit. But I've got a nice long break from 11 to 2. So the family, we're gonna go and take a walk. There's a chocolate shop. It's about a 10-minute walk. And I really want to go there. So I think we're going to walk to that chocolate shop. And I don't know if they're going to be open on Easter, but I'm going to take a walk regardless, so might as well go and see. And jovial laughter coming from my neighbor's home. You can probably hear that. It's the most noise I've heard from a neighbor so far, the 2 weeks I've been here. Maybe next weekend I can commit to doing some baking. Share some treats. Get to know my neighbors. It seems like everyone's home right now. Just have to wait for another Saturday evening. Early evening. We have to get some paper plates. One time, I made some cookies for a neighbor when I was living in Arcata. And I just brought him over on my plate. And said, return the plate. And she never frickin' returned the plate. Maybe she was scared because I'm a man and she was a young lady. Well, at the time I was more of a young man. I was like 26. It was an interesting situation, though. It was an apartment complex in Arcata. Gotta do a little bit of magic to keep this thing going. And we shared a wall. It was like my bedroom was up against what I imagine was probably her bedroom. And I heard her weeping through the wall. And I felt real bad for her. And I lived alone at the time. I was going to Humboldt State University. And I just moved there, and I lived all alone, and I didn't know anybody in town at all. And I guess I was probably lonely. So hearing my neighbor cry, I felt compelled to try and comfort her. So I made her those cookies. It's not like I knocked on her door and told her that I had heard her crying or anything. I just said, hey, I made some cookies. Here you are. But she never returned the plate. So I never saw her again. Yeah. Felt really, really rude at the time. Still feels rude, but I get it. Some strange young man. And, she was also a college student, but she was like a properly aged college student. I went to college a little bit later. But I could see it being a ploy, trick her into coming to my door. So I can answer topless, holding a bottle of champagne, wearing a mustache. I'm sure that's the nightmare. Maybe that's what she was thinking of. That's why she never came with that plate. I can only speculate, but if I try to imagine myself in her position as a vulnerable young woman, I think I'd at least just leave it on my doorstep, having a hard time determining the what do you call it? Hold on, it'll come to me. The demographic of my neighbor. Clearly she's a girl. She's cursing like a sailor right now. She sounds enthusiastic. Youthfully enthusiastic. But I can't tell if she's a young woman or someone's daughter who's in high school. But I do suspect she might be partaking in a reefer. I heard a cough. I am eavesdropping. It's hard not to when she's laughing and talking so loudly. I want to know what's going on. I'm sure I'll get to the bottom of it. And when I do, you'll be the first to know. This bowl is deceptively deep. It looked real small at first, or at least it seemed like it was smaller than my other two bowls. But it seemed like I was able to pack a lot in there. Maybe I'm tripping. It also keeps going out. I'm not sure if it's actually almost done, or if I'm failing because it's a new pipe, or I'm failing because it's new tobacco. Still kind of wet. I just don't know. I flipped my screen away, so I'm not quite sure how dark it is for you guys. But I imagine it's getting pretty dark, huh? Well, hopefully I'm not completely in the dark here. Oh, no, I am. Well, if you're still watching, bless your soul. I'm gonna see if I can't bring myself back to life here. It's kind of hilarious. Oh, Ah, there we go. I told you we were going to hang out in the dark together. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Oh, it's great, though. I guess that's a game I will not play again. It's just as well. I think this thing is saying goodnight to me. Oh, I just don't want to end it because it tastes so damn good. It feels good. It's very, very relaxing. One more light. I'm sure you can hear how wet it is. Yeah, there's still a good deal of tobacco in there. I'm just failing in various manners, I think. But if it hasn't completely given up on me, then I can't give up on it. No, 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 no. Not my first bowl. Yeah, honestly, it might be nice to just have those long pipe cleaners to get down there and suck up some of the moisture that I've created. Maybe I was just talking too much. I feel like I'm usually not such a chatterbox. But I don't know. Yum, yum, yum. I'm starting to question everything that I thought was true about my neighbor. I'm now wondering if it's a boy. Like a teenaged boy with a feminine voice? Perhaps playing a video game? And talking mad smack to his opponent? I just don't know. Whatever's going on, he thinks it's very, very funny. Or maybe she. I'm not sold on anything at this point. Hell, it might be an old woman with a youthful laugh. Man, if you're still hanging out with me after the darkness, that is awesome. I don't know how long it was pitch black like that. And even right now, with the way I have it set, it's like pretty freaking dark. I wonder if there's anything I can do about it. I can do this. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Oh, there's only so many controls that allow more light to come into the lens, though, you know? At a point, it's all over. But if you're here, then you are here, and thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your company. You're a very good listener. If you are here, I want to know if you're smoking, or if you smoke at all. And if so, what kind of pipe are you smoking? And what are you smoking out of it right now? Are you smoking a freaking churchwarden with me? Are you smoking a Virginia with me? Is it spring? Is it winter? Is it the year 2029? Is it the year 2050? Who knows? Am I dead? Are you smoking with a dead man? That would be wild. That'd be really cool, though. In a sense, that would make me immortal. Or at least immortal to the point of, I don't know, however long YouTube decides to keep things up. There is the eventual heat death of the universe. So, you can't truly be immortal. I thought this thing was donezo, but it is not. I can still twirl this thing, but what I'm doing is changing the shutter speed. I think that's what it is. I'm not much of a camera guy. And at a point, it should start to get kind of like you should see trails, because the shutter speed is going too slowly. Like, it's already not ideal. It should be at 40, which is here. But if I turn it down and brighten things up, you start to get these trails. Oh, it gets pretty crazy. And at this point, maybe you're just wondering if this is a dream. Are you even awake right now? Too much fun. It's a cool effect, though. You should use that in a video. I mean, I guess this is a video, but, you know, on purpose. Like a dream sequence or a freak out or something. It'll have to be in very low light, though. Actually, no, I could adjust other things to make it darker. Yeah. I'm almost 100% certain that whoever's in there is playing a video game now. Because he or she just said, no healing, like it's a rule. And in the context of a video game, that makes a lot of sense. Healing. I also could have sworn they said something about dying. I will find out. Mark my words. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing how long I was in the dark. Like the pitch black dark. And obviously I could edit that and remove the darkness and skip ahead, but that would be morally wrong. That's not how this channel works. I set up the camera, I press record, I light my pipe, and I smoke it until I'm done. And that's that. So, yeah, that's the way it's going to have to be. I did bake some cookies last night. I don't know what came over me. I just really wanted to bake cookies. So it was also kind of late and I rushed it. They ended up a bit poofy. Not my best work. Definitely not neighbor worthy. But I've got this cool tartine cookbook that I got for Christmas, and it has all sorts of treats. It's got different sweetbreads and croissants and scones. So I think what I want to do is make something from that book. Something that isn't too labor intensive and something that produces a lot of small items like cookies, but not cookies, because there's no cookies in that book. And I don't know, do something new. Scones could be fun. I just feel like they're really easy to screw up. They're always too dry. Alright, it's done for real. If you're still here, thank you. I'll let you know what I figure out about the neighbor there.